but please do guess. I'd love to know the theories.
Okay, Alistair, you want a theory? I give you one. Okay, so we all know Alastors backstory, right?
Ugh. Decades ago, Alastor manifested in Hell, seemingly overnight. He began to topple overlords who had been dominant for centuries. That kind of raw power had never been harnessed by a mortal soul before. Then, he broadcast his carnage all throughout Hell, just so everyone could witness his ability. Sinners started calling him the Radio Demon. As lazy as that is. Many have speculated what unimaginable force enabled him to rival our world's most ancient and destructive evils. But one thing's for sure. He's an unpredictable source of danger, a wicked spirit of mystery, and a violent monster of chaos, the likes of which we can't risk getting involved with unless we want to end up erased.
Thanks, Veggie. But then he disappeared for 7 years, and now he doesn't do this anymore. But why is that? And where did he go? Well, let me explain what my theory on Alastor's history is first. When Alastor was still in his prime time, Vox appeared in Hell one day and saw him as an idol. He got to him and they both started to work together. I think in the beginning, Alastor didn't have anything against new technology like TV, so they both worked together and became even best friends. Alastor even confirms that when he said,
You'll have to try harder than that next time, old pal.
I even think during this time, the photo that Vox has from Alastor was taken, but Alastor was the one who always was in charge of everything, and Vox wanted a bit more power. Then, after a while, Vox met Valentino, and over time, they both fell in love. During this time, Vox became a strong overlord himself. Rather that, or when he still worked with Alastor together. Velvet didn't exist at this time and came later, since she's the youngest member and Overlord, and internet probably didn't even exist at this time. They then got the idea to make a team together and became very popular, famous, and powerful. Vox then asked Alastor if he would join, but therefore he had to change his name to something that also started with V to fit the brand. Or they wanted to name the team AV, but since Alastor loved his name so much, or hated the idea of making a team and the team name, that he declined.
And here's the sugar on the cream. He asked me to join his team. I said no, and now he's pissy. That's the tea.
After this point, Alastor hated everything that had to do with new technology that came after his time. This made Vox very sad, and over time he got even mad and furious. He started to question, how could his best friend reject him like that? They both eventually got into a big fight with each other. At first it looked like Alastor won, cause Valentino asked him,
You still pissed he almost beat you that time?
So Alastor would have won, but then Valentino also joined the fight to help his friends and at this point also partner. The fight ended whether in a draw or did Vox and Valentino won, but they both got injured pretty bad, which we see on the broken antennas both of them have. Meanwhile, Alastor got injured during the fight so bad that he was on the edge of death and eventually almost died, until one person showed up and helped him by taking care of him and healing his injuries. But the wounds and injuries Alastor had were so bad that it took 7 years for him to heal. Of course, all of that came with a price. So what if the person who took care of him made the deal with Alastor? This deal included to not kill overlords anymore or making deals that would take another person's soul. But who could that person be that Alastor made the deal with? First I thought it could be Zestial, since normally Alastor isn't very good with men, but Zestial is the only male Alastor respects. Also, they both have the same or similar stitches, and Alastor's magic is in the same green color as Zestial's. But I don't believe so, since Cecily didn't know where he was for the past 7 years. And I think if he would own Alastor's soul, he would at least feel where he is. Plus, if Alastor made the deal with Zestiel, the other overlords would know and not invite him to their meetings anymore. Because when an overlord makes a deal with someone else, he isn't an overlord anymore, like Husk. So Zestiel is out. So who else is there? And then it hit me. Wasn't there another person who is extremely powerful and also is missing for 7 years?
You hear from your mom yet? Oof, how long has it been now?
Not that long. Only 7 years.
It's been 7 years!
That's right. I believe that Alastor made the deal with Lilith. Zestiel also kinda mentions it in episode 3.
You have spun wild tales of you falling to holy arms.
And by the way, I don't think she took him into heaven with him, like some people believe, but rather to a place of hell that's far away, unknown, and abandoned. Maybe that's the reason Alastor showed up in the hotel in the first place? Lilith ordered him to go after his daughter and help her or even spy on her. Sure, Alastor said,
I came here because I love seeing wasteful souls struggle to accomplish something meaningful and fail spectacularly.
but do you really believe that? Or do you believe that's the only reason? I doubt that. The question is, what does Lilith have from the deal, apart of someone who looks after Charlie? Well, if we look at the hierarchy of hell, we see that Charlie and Lilith are on the same level and pretty on top, but not as high as Lucifer. Maybe I go a bit too far now, but what if Lilith wants to be on the same level as Lucifer or even overthrow him and get more powerful than him? And somehow Alastor is involved in this plan, whether he knows it or Lilith uses him as a tool of force or some sort. I can already see it in a future season that Lilith lets Charlie make the choice a la, who do you choose, Charlie? Who do you like more? Me, your own mother, or Alastor? And I think Charlie has no other choice and loves her mother so much that she chooses her. The other option is, let's not forget Alastor asked Charlie for a favor. I don't know what exactly he wants or when he does ask for it, but my guess is he rather uses it to get out of his own contract or he uses it for Lilith's plan or an evil plan of himself. Either way, in the end, I think it will doom them and could end the life of all people and creatures in the entire hell and doom us all. But hey, in the end of the day, remember, it's just a theory. A Hazbin Hotel Theory. Goodbye.